we're getting ready to start, and look what we're using today for fun.
I know. Why are we using that today for fun?
Well, because we're doing so much stirring in the pot, it's easier for them to show it.
Oh, all right.
So, yeah.
You can see it more easily. What is this called? A hot burner?
It's a butane burner.
Ah, all right.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to need about 3 tablespoons.
Hey, chef, what are we making?
Oh, silly me. We're making tuna noodle casserole.
Oh.
So I put some oil in the bottom of there, and I want 2 butters too.
I say ooh because I've been craving tuna melts recently. So this is probably the closest I'm going to get.
Well, unless you make yourself some.
We're gonna have to have a family-friendly cooking for tuna melts because I don't actually know how to make one.
Oh wow! All right. As soon as this gets melted,
yes,
we're gonna put in the onion, celery, carrots, and it's 3/4 of a cup of each one.
All right.
You can go for it.
Here come the onions. You want the whole thing?
That's good enough.
Oops.
That's all right.
Celery and nicely chopped carrots. I noticed you did all this ahead of time and
Yes.
didn't have me do it this time.
No, I didn't.
You wanted this to happen
And
more readily.
I want half of that.
Half of this. When? Now?
Yeah.
All right.
Because remember, it's mushroom soup that used to go in this.
Oh.
And we're not using mushroom soup.
Why are we leaving it out?
We're making our own
I see.
with the mushrooms and the milk.
Fantastic.
Now I'm stirring this in here, and I want it to cook a little bit. Doesn't that smell good?
It already smells nice.
It does.
And it's very colorful too.
Well, I always try to do that. And the sauce we're making with this today, Kirby, is a bechamel.
A bechamel.
Right. Which just means it's a milk sauce.
Oh.
So what we're doing is we're cooking these things.
What language would bechamel be?
French.
That's French?
Yeah.
Ah.
Everything
It
is
sweet,
French.
I bet. I'm not very smart. I thought lait, L-A-I-T, was milk.
Well, bechamel is a milk sauce.
Ah. Très
So-
bien.
My French is so bad they make fun of it, but I'm from Kentucky.
Well.
I'm not from, Paris. Well, I could be from Paris,
You could.
Kentucky.
Or you could be from
London,
London
Kentucky.
or Versailles.
Oh,
Versailles.
friend of mine, they hired this guy from Germany, and he was a chef, and he got all excited about Versailles.
Sure.
And all these places, and everybody's kind of looking at him going, well, we're hillbillies around here. We don't say it like that. Now, see, this is starting to cook nicely.
Will we know that it's cooked through enough when the onions become see-through?
Absolutely. Perfect. Perfect.
How many years have we been doing this? I've
Yeah.
finally started to learn something.
While I'm doing this, I'm going to go in and put a little bit of thyme. You don't have to, maybe I am. You don't have to add thyme leaves, but I always like thyme even in my tuna salad. It just picks it up some.
It picks
Plus-
up a fishy
No,
taste?
well, no. It
Not
just,
in a bad way.
No, it just brings all the flavors
I
out. Now
see.
smell it. I didn't mean for you to burn your nose. You go like this.
Oh, I think I've singed myself.
Goofball. Now, I'm going to put some thickener in here. Are you going to be okay?
Nancy. I mean, chef.
1, 2, 3 tablespoons. 3. And we add, with the butter and the oil, 3 tablespoons. So what we're going to do is we're going to stir this in like this.
This is going to thicken it.
It is, but we want to cook this flour just a little so it doesn't taste like flour.
Right, so it doesn't taste pasty, but how will we know when it's cooked?
Well, what I'm going to do is it'll be cooking while I want you to start out by adding in
The milk?
the milk.
So this is 1 cup. Do I ultimately put in 2?
Ultimately, you put in 2 cups. And what we're doing is we're making up for our tuna noodle, not tuna noodle, our mushroom soup.
I see. You know, I had this realization the other day.
What?
There's a television show on the Food Network called Worst Cook in America.
I love that show.
And I was talking to one of the contestants who's from Kentucky.
Oh, the guy that's...
He didn't know what a burner was on the stove. Like he was trying to cook with without turning it on. And I thought, I am not that far from him as far as knowledge of cooking goes, as we noticed with me just burning my nose. So,
See how thick that is?
It's getting nice and thick. Here comes our second cup of milk.
Alrighty. And I'm
2%
going to
milk.
stir this in.
Would this work with almond milk?
Yeah, but I wouldn't make tuna casserole with almond milk.
All right, I'm thinking about what I have in my house.
Oh, all right. Now what we want now is the tuna.
Okay, so
Hand me the
clearly
tuna.
the answer is no. And this is tuna packed in oil or water?
You know, I buy them both, so I don't know.
I know, I can tell you. Well, this is
Packed
in
in-
water, but I guess it doesn't matter, right?
No, it really doesn't.
Except you just be saving yourself a couple calories.
Yeah, well, you're saving a lot of calories with this because you know how canned soup has all that terrible stuff in it?
A lot of sodium, I know that.
Yeah, and that's so what we're doing. Now I'm going to turn this burner off. Now,
idea.
look at this. Isn't that lovely? And I'm breaking all the tuna up. Yeah, and I'm going to add a little pepper.
Okay. I'll stir in the meantime.
Thank you.
Yes. Pepper.
Pepper, and I'm going to get the Z noodles.
So you've already cooked the noodles, and any particular type that works best?
I like to use, you know, your regular egg noodles.
Okay.
Like this. All right, you keep stirring, and there's something to hold on to so you don't burn your hand.
Okay. Well,
You've already burned
Prepared.
your nose.
who can possibly burn their nose while cooking?
I don't know, but I think I need to tell Tyler Florence and Ann Burrell. Maybe we can get you on that show next year.
The worst cook in America?
Uh-huh.
They have.
No, you're too good. You really are.
Well, you've taught me a lot, but there are just things which I need to. Here, come in here
No,
so we can
here's
see
what
you.
I want you to do.
All right.
I want you to pour
I'm just trying to get all the noodles coated here.
that in
It
there.
already looks really good. All right.
Doesn't it? Pour that in there, and I'm going to use this to toast a few.
And now
Do you need this?
I do, but I only have 2 hands. And this is a heavy pot. It's a nice pot.
Yeah, it's a good pot.
It's a good pot.
All right, I don't know if it all came out or not.
I'll get the rest of it.
Can you?
Yeah, it seems like
Okay.
you have some things to do over there.
All right, what I'm going to do is I got a little butter melted here. And I'm going to put some panko crumbs on top. Back in the day, if you'll remember, did your mother use potato chips?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm using these instead. Oh, yeah, we always had the potato chips.
We did. I've forgotten about that. I kind of like that because we weren't allowed to have potato chips in my family just for general eating. So,
Well, my father owned a funeral home.
oh, well, that makes all
And
funeral
in the
families.
basement of the funeral home, we had these machines.
Oh, like vending machines?
Yes. And when there wasn't anybody down there, I'd sneak down there and I'd try to make sure the people that worked there didn't catch me because, you know, I
Yes.
didn't want to get caught, my gosh. And I'd get the key and I'd open them up.
Oh, you don't want to have the whole vending machine?
Uh-huh. I thought I was something else.
Well, you were something else.
And I've got these coated in butter. I'm going to put them over the top.
Right.
Look at the color in that.
I can't wait to eat this.
Oh my gosh, it's Hungry Woman.
I'm hoping that one day soon we make tuna melts.
Oh, you do?
Not today, but because it's not on our
It's not on our agenda.
No, it's not on the menu for today, but maybe we could make different varieties of tuna melts.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Doesn't
Can you
it?
put that in here?
Of course.
And we're going to keep it in there till it's bubbly, which will be about 25 minutes. Okay?
All right. Nice.
Perfect.
Woohoo! Ta-da!
We are ready for a smorgasbord. Now, I've got a fork. I want to try. You ready to try this? This is
Sure.
the tuna noodle. This is the one we cooked first.
I'm most anxious about this one.
Oh, wow. What a bite.
I
Wait a
mean,
minute.
anxious in a good way. Not too salty. I like it.
I know. All right.
You know how sometimes tuna casseroles are really, for some whatever reason,
From
salty?
the mushroom soup.
Oh, well, that's delicious. It's kind of light tasting.